Hi guys, it is Hazelnut Ramblings, and you can either call me Hazel or Nicole, I don't mind, but today we are going to be talking about the AuthorTube community Uplift tag. So the AuthorTube community Uplift tag was created by my good friend author JC Carpenter, and she is such an amazing person. She always goes out of her way to uplift others, and she works so hard to do what she does every single day, not just in terms of content creation, but with her books. She works so hard to do what she does and to do what she loves. So she has tagged the entire AuthorTube community in this tag, and you are more than welcome to answer. If you don't, that is perfectly okay, but I chose to answer since I am choosing to be a part of this community. So I have self-diagnosed ADHD, and I might be a few other things, but I don't know yet. I don't have enough details for that, but as such, I tend to not be able to come up with things on the fly. So I have a little notebook filled with all the questions as well as my responses. So if it looks like and it sounds like I'm reading off of something, that's probably why. Question number 1. What channels brought you into the AuthorTube sphere? I was originally made aware of AuthorTube by Miss Jenna Moresi. You may or may not have heard of her, but I don't know, she's kind of famous. She made me aware of that kind of group because I thought YouTube was just all about gaming, and I didn't have any consoles to be able to do that, nor did I have the, capabilities, and I didn't know how, so I didn't know what to do. I'd always wanted to start YouTube, so I was like, do I have to play games though? I don't know what games to play. Other than my favorite game at the time, Minecraft, so there's that. But watching her eventually led me to writing Mom Samantha Elnasset and her streams, and I kind of liked that as well, so that is what kind of drew me in even further. And then after a while of watching Samantha Elnasset stuff, I started getting suggestions by YouTube to start participating in Right by the Moon by Desiree M. Ortega, and I've stayed with Des and her sphere for quite a while, like since last year I believe, and I started, just interacting with her streams. She is so friendly and so very sweet. I always call her an angel whenever I do interact with her, because she is just that sweet. From Desiree M. Ortega, I eventually found Morgan Lee, TL Russ Lifestyle, also known as Tiffany Russell. I also encountered JC Carpenter, whom I am answering all these questions for. And I also encountered Laura Nettles, and let's see, who else? Oh, Esther Marie Andujar, as well as a few others. Desiree and her friends, who have become my friends, I consider them my friends, but Desiree and her group of friends have been absolutely friendly and so encouraging, and they've even helped me eliminate the word only when it comes to presenting my results for how many words I got during the sprint. So if I say I only got 36 words during that sprint, She and her friends have helped me eliminate that word only, so I can say I got 36 words during that sprint, and because it's 36 more words than I had before, and it has been such a good help when it comes to my writing, and especially the mindset that I take with my writing. Desiree and her friends have helped me get excited and back into writing. I could go on and on about Des and her friends, but I'm not going to because we need to I can't make this video about an hour long. It might be an hour long, but who knows. Question 2. This is the little notebook I've got. Question 2. What are some channels you find the most motivating? I talked a little bit about this in the last question by accident, but Jenna Moresi helps me with the actual writing process, like how to write sex scenes or how to write fight scenes or her favorite tropes and whatnot, so I can figure out what my favorite tropes are, etc., etc., and how to write certain scenes that I often struggle with. But Desiree M. Ortega, she and her group of friends actually helped me own my writing. Like, I'm not ashamed to be presenting my writing. They love it. I sometimes share snippets on Desiree's Twitch, and she gets so into my writing and the way I write the character relationships, and it has encouraged me, and it's kept me motivated to keep writing, because now I know that there are indeed people out there who actually like my work and want more of it. Question number 3. What's one channel you think might not be on anyone's radar, but it should be? I have two types of answers for this one. One's a selfish one, and the other one's a more serious one. The selfish answer is mine, my own, but I've only just started, but that's why it's called the selfish answer, because, well, it's kind of selfish for me to, put myself on this list. Okay, on to my serious answer. For my serious answer, I have Bree Rudd Creates, all 3 separate words, and they are also pretty much about as new as I am. They haven't created in a while. They're struggling a little bit with certain situations, either in their personal life or dealing with their own writing and stuff. And right now they've hit a huge writer's block. But like JC, they also work very, very hard to do what they love most. And what they love most is writing, and from what I've seen, also drawing as a way to combat their writer's block. But they have been working very hard to do what they love most, and that's why I kind of want to put this channel on people's radar. I've seen Bree in Desiree's chat, and I think in some other chats as well on YouTube. And so I want to put their YouTube channel out there, that way people can find them and, give them some encouragement. Next is question number 4. An AuthorTuber you've never had a chance to collaborate with and would love to. My answer, I hate to sound like a broken record, but Desiree M. Ortega. I would absolutely love to collaborate with her. I know she and Tiffany are collaborating under the pen name Desiree, but I don't mean like co-writing collaboration. I just mean like I would just like to be in a stream with her. That would be more than okay with me. I've already done a kind of collab with Laura Nettles. Laura helped me realize that I was missing quite a lot of description, and that's why I was kind of underwriting. So it was kind of like an unreliable narrator plus third person, really limited. So I was missing a whole lot of senses, description of the senses and whatnot, and she helped me realize how I can do that a little bit. I was going to answer this question with everyone in Desiree and Ortega's group, but I was like, no, I've already done a collaboration with Laura Nettles, and I want to collab with the rest of them as well. But especially Desi, I would love to be just in her presence, live, and not really in person, but you get what I mean. I would love to be in a StreamYard studio with her, just even for the smallest amount of time. I would love to just be in her presence. Next is question number 5. What's one thing about AuthorTube you love the most? My answer for this one is going to be the accountability. Everyone is everyone's hype man. Like, everyone's super encouraging, no matter if you've got one word and then got distracted with something else, or another person who sometimes appears in Desiree's chat or with anybody else's chat, Linny Snow, who pulls off like 1,000 to 3,000 words per sprint. As I was writing my responses down in this little notebook, I also wrote down that it's like a small town. Everyone knows everyone, and we all support each other through thick and thin. I mean, JC's going through a really tough time in her life. She's going through it bad. And I mean, so is Desiree, and on occasion, really badly, Esther. And there is another person who often pops up in Desiree's chat, and her name is Diane, and she's going through a really tough time, going into the hospital. I'm not gonna divulge too much on what she's going through, but she's also having a really tough time. So a lot of the times, the writing sprints that we all do every Monday through Friday is it's really uplifting, and it's our support system. So Desiree and that AuthorTube sphere is really, they don't just hold us accountable, but they also support us when we are unable to do what we want to do. Breaks are highly encouraged, and around Esther, if you say your body is making you take a break but you don't want to, or your brain or your body's yelling at you to rest and you're not listening to it, she will ma'am you and she will tell you, go rest, go take a break, go. Just stop what you're doing, stop forcing yourself to do this thing, and go listen to your body. I have never met this woman in person, and I am already terrified of getting ma'amed by Esther. And I almost did get ma'amed at one point. I was working, and then I got hungry, and I was starving pretty much. And I almost got ma'amed by Esther. I almost got ma'amed by her. I was this close to getting ma'amed by her while I was at work. But regardless of whether or not Esther ma'ams you, she ma'ams you with the best intentions for you. She keeps you, it goes back to the whole accountability thing. She holds you accountable for what your mind or your body or whatever else you need to do in order to be at your very best. She does it with the best intentions for you in mind. despite the fact that it's scary as hell, but she does it with affection, basically. She's like a mom. She's the mom friend of the group. She will ma'am you, but she does it with love. Anyway, on to question 6. What's one thing you wish people didn't assume about AuthorTube? For my answer, it's something that I've actually assumed in the past before I encountered Desiree and her stuff. And that is the assumption that all we make are how-to videos. Like, it's not all vlog style. I didn't realize that that's not all of AuthorTube. I'm talking about when I encountered Jenna Moressi's video. Pretty much all she does is how to write a certain thing, or her favorite tropes, or something or other. So that's what I assumed AuthorTube was when I was first starting out with AuthorTube. When I was first starting out, just learning about AuthorTube, I thought that's what it was. You know, showing people how to write this, how to write that, yada yada yada. But then I encountered Desiree's videos and they were vlog style. She was directing the viewers throughout her writing journey, and whether or not it went good or bad or something or other, there was at one point Desiree showed kind of she said the more negative side of her life, and at that point she had given herself bangs. She didn't quite like it, but before I encountered the vlog style videos, I had no idea that that's how you could also do AuthorTube. I didn't think that that was okay, that you could reveal such things about maybe like your personal life or something. Not too much of your personal life, but you guys know what I mean. Just like a little hint of what you do in your day-to-day life, and, you know, showing what it's like to be you. So seeing these kinds of vlog style videos rather than just the how-to guides, it really encourages me to do something like this. Question number 7. A new to you AuthorTube channel you would like to spotlight. I listed off 2 for this answer, and that is Bree Rudd Creates and Anya AS Renner. Bree, I believe, is based here in the US, while Anya is a German AuthorTuber. So she often starts streaming when it's 11:05 or so at night, my time. But these 2 channels are very much new to me, and I love to give Bree some encouragement, and Anya is doing very well for herself, and I just wanted to give the European AuthorTubers a little bit more attention than I think, personally, they are getting by anyone who isn't already European. And finally, question number 8. What's one way becoming an AuthorTuber has changed your life for the better? For my answer, I put my new friends. This includes Desi, Tiffany, Morgan, Laura, and Nia. I forgot to mention her earlier. How could I forget about Nia, Vixen of Fiction, and JC? That whole group, I love how, I guess, shameless they all are about their writing. I mean, of course, we all do have some embarrassment when it comes to their writing, because oh my gosh, what if they hate it, just freaking out on the inside. about what if people don't like my writing? What if my writing sucks? We all have that inner critic in our heads. But they still kinda sorta go out of their way to share a little bit of their writing and a little bit like about the writing. And I love how kind of shameless they are about it, because it gives us a little peek into how their writing style is. And that gives me such a boost in confidence, especially when it comes to Desi's streams on Twitch, where you can share your snippet for the price of, what is it now? 3,000 cosmic coffee beans, I think. That's Desiree's currency, because she is an affiliate on Twitch now. So you guys are able to earn points based on how long or how much you chat in the chat. And so people sharing their work and even making Des share her work, it gives me a boost in confidence, especially when I find out that people, not just in the chat, but Desiree as well. I love when I share my stuff that they think it's good and Des thinks it's good. Like, it gives me that boost of confidence that I did not know that I needed. Okay, anyway, I think I've rambled on and on and on and on about this whole tag and all the questions that were answered in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys off into the outro. Please do keep in mind that this video was not my original idea. It was created by my good friend author JC Carpenter, and she's the one who created the tag, the questions, and all that stuff. I am merely just responding to the tag as I have promised her. All of the channels that I had mentioned, including the new ones, and I will also link JC's video where she tells you about the tag and everything about it down in the description below. Please do click to find all of these lovely channels, and I will see you guys later.